ओम हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम
भद्रं करने भी
जल प्रवाह पावित
भद्रं करने भी हम नम प्रार्थना मेडे भद्रं करने भी
ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सत्तनोभिः व्यसेम देवहितैर्यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम अग्ने नय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युजोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विदेम ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषभ्योऽधिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्रीं धेनुर्वोढान्नड्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णारतेष्ठाः सभेयो युव अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमथा फलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणम् अस्तु निराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः हरि ओम नमस्ते
श्री राम
जटाटवीगलज्जल प्रवाह पावितस्थले कलेवलम्भ्यलम्भिताम्बुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां ढमड्ढमड्ढमड्ढमन्निनादवड्ढमर्वयं चकारचण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिवः शिवम् जटाकटाह सम्भ्रम भ्रमन्निलिम्पनज्झरी विलोलवीचिवल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि धगद् धगद् धगज्ज्वलल्ललाटपट्टपावके किशोर चंद्रशेखरे रति प्रतिक्षणं मम धराधरेन्द्र नंदिनी विलास बंधु बंधुर स्फुरद्दिगंत संतति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपा कटाक्ष धोरणी निरुद्धधरापदि कुचिद्दिगंबरे मनो विनोदमयतुमस्तुनि जटाभुजङ्गपिङ्गलस्फुरत्प्रणामणिप्रभा कदम्बकुङ्कुमद्रव प्रलिप्तदिग्धूमुखे मदान्धसिन्धुरस्फुरत्वगुत्तरीयमेधुरे मनोविनोदमद्भुतं बिभत्तु भूतभत्तरी सहस्रलोचन प्रभु नृत्यशेषलेखशेखर प्रसून धूलिधोरणि विधूसराङ्घ्रिपीठभो भुजङ्गराजमालय निबद्धजाटजूटक श्रियै शिराय जायतां चकोरबन्धुशेखरः ललाटचत्वरज्ज्वल धनञ्जयस्फुलिङ्गभा निपीत पञ्चसायकं निमन्निलिम्पनायकं सुधामयोकलेखया विराजमानशेखरं महाकपालि सम्पदे चिरोजटालमस्तु नः करालपालपट्टके गदग्धगद्धगज्ज्वल धनञ्जयाधरीकृत प्रचण्ड पञ्चसायके धराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी कुचाग्रचित्रपत्रक प्रकल्पनैकशिल्पनि त्रिलोचने मतिर्मम नवीनमेघमण्डली निरुद्धदुर्धरस्फुरत् कुहूनि शीतलीतम प्रबद्धबन्धकुन्धरं निलिम्पनिज्झरीधरस्तनोत्तु कृत्तिसिन्धुर कलानिधानबन्धुरश्रियं जगद्धुरन्धरम् प्रफुल्लनीलपङ्कज प्रपञ्चकालिपप्रभा विलम्भिकण्ठकन्धलीरुचि प्रबद्धकन्दरम् स्फरच्चिदं परच्चिदं भवच्चिदं मुखच्चिदं गजच्चिदान्धकच्चिदं तमन्तकञ्चिदं भजे अगर्व सर्वमङ्गला कलाकदम्बमज्मञ्जरी रसप्रवाहमाधुरी विजृम्भणा मधुस्मृतम् स्मरान्तकं पुरान्तकं भवान्तकं मुखान्तकं गजान्तकान्धकान्तकं समन्तकान्तकं भजे जयत्वदभ्रविभ्रमभ्रमुद्धुजङ्गमश्वस द्विनिगमत्क्रमस्फुरत्क्रलाल ಲಪಾಲ ಅವ್ಯವಾಟ್ ಗುರುಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ
ಕರಾಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಾಬು ಕರಾಲ ಭಾಲ ಹವ್ಯವಾಟ್ ಮೊದಲು ಹೇಳ ಜಯತ್ವದ ಭ್ರವಿಭ್ರಮ ಭ್ರಮತೋ ಹೇಳಿ
ಜಯತ್ವದ ಭ್ರವಿಭ್ರಮ ಭ್ರಮಧ್ವಜ ಜಯತ್ವದ ಭ್ರವಿಭ್ರಮ ಭ್ರಮಧ್ವಜಂ
ಭುಜಂಗ ಭುಜಂಗಮಸ್ವಸತು
ಭುಜಂಗಮಸ್ವಸತ್ ಭುಜಂಗಮಸ್ವಸತ್
ವಿನಿರ್ಗಮತ್ಕ್ರಮತ್ ಸ್ಫುರತ್ಕರಾಲ
ದ್ವಿನಿರ್ಗಮತ್ಕ್ರಮಸ್ಫುರತ್ಕರಾಲಪಾಲ
ಕರಾಲ ಹೇಳಿ
ದ್ವಿನಿರ್ಗಮತ್ಕ್ರಮಸ್ಫುರತ್ಕರಾಲ
ಭಾಲ ಹವ್ಯವಾಟ್
ಬಾಲ ಅವ್ಯವಾಟ್ ಬಾಲ ಅವ್ಯವಾಟ್
ಧಿಮಿದ್ ಧಿಮಿದ್ ಧಿಮಿಧ್ವನಂ ಮೃದಂಗತುಂಗ ಮಂಗಳ
ಧಿಮಿದ್ಧಿಮಿದ್ಧಿಮಿಧ್ವನಂ ಮೃದಂಗತುಂಗಮಂಗಲ ಧಿಮಿದ್ಧಿಮಿದ್ಧಿಮಿಧ್ವನಂ ಮೃದಂಗತುಂಗಮಂಗಲ
ಧ್ವನಿಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಿತ ಪ್ರಚಂಡ ತಾಂಡವ ಶಿವ
ಧ್ವನಿಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಿತ ಪ್ರಚಂಡ ತಾಂಡವ ಶಿವ
ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೋಯರ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಸಿ ಧ್ವನಿಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಿತ ಪ್ರಚಂಡ ತಾಂಡವ ಶಿವ
ಧ್ವನಿಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಿತ ಪ್ರಚಂಡ ತಾಂಡವ ಶಿವ
ಸ್ಪೃಶದ್ವಿಚಿತ್ರತಲ್ಪಯೋ ಭುಜಂಗ ಭುಜಂಗ ಮೌಕ್ತಿಕಸ್ರಜ ಸಜೋಃ
ದೃಶದ್ವಿಚಿತ್ರತಲ್ಪಯೋರ್ಭುಜಂಗಮೌಕ್ತಿಕಸ್ರಜೋರ್
ಗರಿಷ್ಠರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಪೃಶತ್
ದೃಶದ್ವಿಚಿತ್ರತಲ್ಪಯೋ ಭುಜಂಗಮೌಕ್ತಿಕಸ್ರಜೋರ್
ಗರಿಷ್ಠರತ್ನಲೋಷ್ಠಯೋಃ
ಗರಿಷ್ಠರತ್ನಲೋಷ್ಟಯೋಃ ಗರಿಷ್ಠರತ್ನಲೋಷ್ಟಯೋಃ
ಸುಹೃದ್ವಿಪಕ್ಷಪಕ್ಷಯೋಃ
ಸುವೃದ್ಧಿಪಕ್ಷಪಕ್ಷಯೋಃ ಸುವೃದ್ಧಿಪಕ್ಷಪಕ್ಷಯೋಃ
ಗುಣಾರವಿಂದ ಚಕ್ಷುಷೋಃ
कृष्णारविन्दचक्षुषोः कृष्णारविन्दचक्षुषोः
प्रजामही महेन्द्रयोः
प्रजामही महेन्द्रयोः प्रजामही महेन्द्रयोः
समप्रवर्तिकः कदा सदाशिवं भजाम्यहम्
समप्रवर्तयन्मनः कदा सदाशिवं भजे समं प्रवर्तयन्मनः कदा सदाशिवं भजे
ओ भज तदा निलिम्प निर्झरी
कदा निलिम्पनिज्झरी कदा నిలిర్మలింఝరీ
నేను ಮತ್ತೆ మాట్లాడుతుంది మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడతానండి 1 నిమిషం క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను I'm in the class. I will talk to you later.
कदा निलिम्पलिज्झरी कदा निलिम्पनिज्झरी
निकुञ्जकोटरे वसन्
कुञ्जकोटरे वसन् निकुञ्जकोटरे वसन्
विमुक्तदुर्मतिः सदा शिरस्थ मञ्जलिं वहन्
विमुक्तदुर्मतिः सदा शिरस्तमञ्जलिं वहन् विमुक्तदुर्मतिः सदा शिरस्तमञ्जलिं वहन्
विमुक्तलोललोचनो ललामभालपद्मकः
विमुक्तलोललोचनो ललाटपाललग्नकः विमुक्तलोललोचनो ललाटपाललग्नकः
शिवेति मन्त्रमुच्चरन् कदा सुखी भवाम्यहम्
शिवेति मन्त्रमुच्चरन् सदा सुखी भवाम्यहम् शिवेति मन्त्रमुच्चरन् सदा सुखी भवाम्यहम्
इदं हि स्तवं नित्यमेव
इमं हि नित्यमेव इमं हि नित्यमेव
उक्तम् उत्तमोत्तमं स्तवम्
मुक्तमुत्तमोत्तमं स्तवम् मुक्तमुत्तमोत्तमं स्तवम्
पठन् स्मरन् ब्रुवन्नरो
पठन् स्मरन् ब्रुवन्नरो पठन् स्मरन् ब्रुवन्नरो
विशुद्धिमेति सन्ततम्
विशुद्धिमेति सन्ततम् विशुद्धिमेति सन्ततम्
हरे गुरौ सुभक्तिमासु याति नान्यथा गतिम्
हरे गुरौ सुभक्तिमाशु याति नान्यथा गतिम् हरे गुरौ सुभक्तिमाशु याति नान्यथा गतिम्
विमोहनं हि देहिनां सुशङ्करस्य चिन्तनम्
विमोहनम् इदेहिनां सुशङ्करस्य चिन्तनम् विमोहनम् इदेहिनां सुशङ्करस्य चिन्तनम्
पूजावसानसमये दशवक्त्रगीतम्
पूजावसानसमये दशवक्त्रगीतम् पूजावसानसमये दशवक्त्रगीतम्
यः शम्भुपूजनपरं पठति प्रदोषे
यः शम्भुपूजन परं पठति प्रदोषे यः शम्भुपूजनं परं पठति प्रदोषे
तस्य स्थिरां रथगजेन्द्रतुरङ्गयुक्ताम्
तस्य स्थिरां गतगजेन्द्रतुरङ्गयुक्तां तस्य स्थिरां रथगजेन्द्रतुरङ्गयुक्ताम्
लक्ष्मीं सदैव सुमुखीं प्रददाति शम्भुः
लक्ष्मीं सदैव सुमुखीं प्रददाति शम्भुः लक्ष्मीं सदैव सुमुखीं प्रददाति शम्भुः
इति श्रीदशग्रीवकृतं शिवताण्डवस्तोत्रम्
ನಮ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಶಿವ ತಾಂಡವ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಂ ಅಂತ.
Sampurnam.
ಶಿವ
Very
ತಾಂಡವ
nice.
ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಂ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣಂ. ಶಿವ ತಾಂಡವ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಂ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣಂ.
So today we have got a beautiful time because we are heading towards the Kartika Masa, Kritika Nakshatra Masa, where Subramanya Swami is also worshipped and Lord Rudra is worshipped, and more so we do lot of puja to Shiva, Abhisheka, because Abhisheka Priyo Shiva. So if at all we were to recite this particular sloka at the conclusion of our puja, then what would happen to us is we are getting subhakti in Hari. In Hare mean Hare. That is, Hara is who is ultimately for everybody in the world. That Dasagriva Ravanasura is telling, he is a Guru. Guru is a Margadarsaka. So when once he devotes to this kind of either reading or either uttering or listening, etc., he will get a purified mind and gets subhakti, and he will get all kind of benefits upon the world, plus he will get rid of the moha that is capturing the time and journey of life at all times. But when we are moha vimuktas, then we are going to be really benefited with that. And another important point we have to note down is Ravanasura, or the Dasagriva, he is a bhakta of top importance, because Banasura and Ravanasura, these are the only two asuras who have ranked high in devotion to Lord Rudra or Shiva, and who have got a lot of benefits also therefrom. But in spite of it, they cannot continue with their body. So the body has got to be relieved from the Atma or Prana. Therefore, Mahavishnu himself chose to complete or to conclude the life of Ravana, and again to conclude the life of Banasura in Krishna Avatara and in Rama Avatara. These two hard jobs have been done, but still, before they get to this Vishnu himself to come into the counter side, that is to counteract with him, it is again a kind of penance or bhakti that these two people have done maximum on one hand, and on the other hand we have got Mahishasura, Sumbhasura, Nisumbhasura, Raktabija, and these are also are born Rakshasas, but they are also great devotees of Amma, Durga Parameswari or Parvati Devi. So on one side, Parvati has done a maximum benefit to the Rakshasas by giving them emancipation, not simply like that, but giving a good war. See, Vishnu gave a war to Ravana, and Vishnu gave a war to Banasura. Vishnu was the enemy. Vishnu's Patni Lakshmi, otherwise called Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, became the rivals to the Asuras and saw that they get moksham. On the other hand, people in the world are relieved of the fear. So that's why one cannot have the jati to take into consideration and discard them. Jati, if it is really good, if they are doing bhaktas, all that, then jati, everything will drop. Guna is important, because all poets have agreed to say that guna is the most important criterion for consideration. See, guninam or otherwise Gunalubdhaha Sampadaha. Lakshmi always woos or promotes those people who are virtuous. But when the virtue is completely dropped and only in one aspect some atrocity or some mosam has been done, then only the Parameswara and Parameswari become angry and become inimical. That's why it is said, Dushtadura, Durachara Semani, Dushta Bhanjini, etc. This kind of compliments given for Devi are mark of that they do love the devotees, but they cannot continue to love. They have to give the moksham when the ripe time comes. It is like a mother who loves the baby very much, but when baby does some mistake and something irritating, the mother also beats the baby. So that way, the punishing at the same time promoting, both are motherly activity. Or otherwise also is fatherly activity. So that kind of activity is being marked out by Ravana himself in the Shiva Tandava Stotra. And if you want to get a kind of a glimpse of the whole, what is that? You try to catch up the last lines of each sloka, last words of each sloka, that will be your development in respect of bhakti or in respect of sketching the character and figure or picture of Lord Rudra in a smaller manner, micro, macro, I would call. So, for example, we have got avasthita, pravaha pavita sthale. I'm just bhujanga tunga malika. In the first sloka, you see, and then damaru sabda. Then ultimately, what is the prayer? In spite of all those three qualities, we are requesting Lord Shiva, Aya, Shivaha, Tanotu Naha. Whatever commotion, irritation, annoyance, attraction, disturbances, impediments, and fear are there in our mind, all of them should be silenced. Shivaha Shivam Tanotu means unless the emotions in our body get cowed down, we will not have a pleasant mind. Unless you have got a pleasant mind, bhakti will not enter into us. Therefore, this is the primary stage when you want to settle down your mind calm so that you will be able to witness all kinds of positivity. Then what is that wanted is you must imagine the picture of Shiva whose crest is being purified and whose Vasuki, the Bhujanga, becomes a mala to him by himself. That is, mala is honoring. So when Shiva takes to Tandava, the Nagaraja is happy. He is not afraid or he is not having any other feeling. He has got absolutely a bhakti feeling. When he has got that kind of honor of dancing, how not I be a mala? How not I be a garland to Lord Rudra himself? That is the feeling of the bhakti. That's why you observe in pictures that when bhakta is ultimately matured, he becomes a mala and decorates the figure of the swarupa of God on one hand, and also he becomes a jyoti, the bhakta becomes a jyoti, and that jyoti gets into the hridaya jyoti of Paramatma. So these are all the ways how the merging ultimately of a bhakta into the personality or into that higher principle, namely Paramatma. That's one thing that you have got to mark it. And in the second sloka, because I'll detail go from sixth sloka onwards, before that I am trying to give you another view, how you can understand Ravana proceeding to make Lord Shiva, who is constantly in meditation. He will not open the eye to look at who has come before him. but he has got his mental eye that he is always watching the entire activity in the world, and also the time lag, and the time also, because he is a Kala. He is not simply a Shiva, but he is also a Kala. Not only is a Kala, but is a Kala Agni. So, because he has got all those extraordinary features embedded in his personality, he has to be marking what has to be done, that kind of facility. And in the second mantra or sloka, he talks about the again crest. The crest of Lord Rudra is fully occupied by the hair, kaparda. And the kaparda has not got any gap howsoever. It is absolutely like a bird nest, I think so. Is a bird nest, or it is like a fire pan, or like a forest. So this is how we have got this kind of metaphors. So alankaras are important to reach us the idea quite clear to us. Simply describing is one, but in a kavya, because Shiva Tandava Stotram is a kavya, is a stotra kavya example. So in a stotra kavya, it has got a lot of lakshanas. Almost it is called in English, in Sanskrit otherwise, called as a Laghu Kavya. So in this Laghu Kavya, most of the Kavya Lakshanas have got to be shown forth. So because any Kavya is meant for Yasase, Arthakrute, Vyavahara Vide, Sivetara Kshataye, Sadhyaha Paranvrtaye, ಕಾಂತಾ ಸಂಮಿತತೆಯ ಯುಜೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲಂಕಾರಿಕರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಒನ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ದೇರ್ ಈ ಸೇವೇತರ ಕ್ಷತಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಶಿವ ಇತರಾಸ್, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು, ವರೀಸು, ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ, which will make your time really worried, which will make your life really fear-filled, which will make your time not usefully used. So that's why we have got the Nirjari. So Nilimpa Nirjari. Nirjari is a pravaha, the waterfall. So the river. So river is never constant. That's why Nadi, Kala Nadi, and the Kala is being compared, or metaphorically said, it is a Nadi. It doesn't wait for anybody. The water you pick up now will, if you want to pick up a second dose of water, that water won't be there. The fresh water comes up. That is the Kala. Because the Kala is a Pravaha. Therefore, Nilimpa Nirjari. And where is that? And there are waves. When there is so much of water, there will be waves. For example, the waves in the ocean, comparatively greater, higher, larger than the river waves, than the tank water waves, than the lake waves. Like that, we have got wave differences are there. That's why we call wavelength. So the wavelengths vary from, but we cannot stand the wavelengths or power of the ocean. We want small one. That's why that small river water that is there upon the Lord Rudra's crest, caught up in the deep, thick hair locks. Then what is that? Where is that hair locks and all this? It is Virajamana Murdhani. It is simply brilliant in the crest of, or in the Jata Juta of Parameswara Rudra. He is the only one God among gods whom we talk, who has got such type of thick, tough, dense hair on that. Of course, Vishnu also is there, but Vishnu hair is not this much. It's a beautiful hair, soft hair, curly hair. That's why Tyagaraja in his Kirtana says, Alaka lallaladaka rara Rama. He says, oh Rama, you come to my house as and how beautifully your hair locks are twirling. Alakalu alaladaka. Alalada is become fickle. So that when one walks, when hair locks are does a small movement, it sounds like a pendulum or less than that intensity. It's a matter of joy. That's why in youth, many women and men like to have curly hair. I too had some, or anybody would have, because that curly hair is a mark of beauty. Even that is a description. Actually, when you go to Bana's Naishadha, there, Naishadha Sriharsha has taken 6 stanzas just to talk about the hair of Damayanti. So, here, Virajamana Murdhani. And that Pavaka, that Agni, what does it do? Lalata Pattake Jalat. You know, water and Agni, they are mother and son relation. When Agni, when mother comes to Agni or Agni goes to a mother, water, there will be a joy of sound. We all know that. So when both of them join little, when then small sparkles of the water fall on the fire, the Lalata Bhaga of Lord Rudra, imagine there will be sound. What is the sound of the fire? Fire sound is always dhag, 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 dhag. That is onomatopoeia, Sabdanakruti. So when you pour water, you know, normal experience for anybody who prepares dosa. So the dosa pan will be very hot. And also when you just pour some water, sprinkle water on the dosa pan, you know how sound it comes up. Then you say, you do that kind of testing 2 times, mostly. One, whether at all it is ready to receive the dosa to prepare. So when we keep it on the fire, you just test after some time. When once you pour water, when it makes sound, oh, it is ready to receive the or prepare dosa. And when too much time has gone burning like that, again you test and see that it is cooled and all that. So that is the science behind this kind of idea. I think so. So here, the Lalata Pattaka is the fire. Lalata, that's why we are always having the Kunkuma or Vibhuti or Nama or Gandha or something, our thing. Because it is one which will silence and make it more and more bright and brilliant. Imagine a face when there is a mark, when there is a tilak. Imagine a face, there is no tilak at all. So that's why Lord Rudra's Lalata Pattaka is, there is a fire in that. Everybody has got fire in the Lalata Bhaga, and therefore one has to cover that. And again, that is the form of the Lord Rudra, Shiva, whom we are just trying to imagine from the eyes of Ravanasura. See, Ravana looking Shiva will be our also look, because something like wearing others' glasses to us, when it is common for our sight lines. So, ಆ ತರಹ ಶಿವನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ, ರಾವಣ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ರುದ್ರನನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಅದೇ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಾರೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರಲಿ we are looking at Lord Rudra, how he figures before us, and we are not scared also, looking at that kind of dagad, Lalata Pattaka. We are not scared, but we develop love towards the baby, love towards the God. See, babies are gods to the children, to the mothers. Imagine. So what you love is really great and valuable for us. So here, what is happening? A bhakta does not detest anything that is Lord Rudra's on personality or his actions, because you know Parvati is the first one. In Lalita Sahasranama, you have got Chandrasekhara Gunanu Kirtana, Chandrasekhara Gunanu Kirtana, Kirtana, Yai Namo Namaha. And also she is always fond of talking in favor of Chandrasekhara, because she is very much enamored of the qualities and qualities of Chandra. That's why I mean Chandrasekhara. Therefore, ilene ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಮಮ ರತಿಹಿ pratikshanam mama. So pratikshanam, every minute I want to have my love, no breakage. It must be something like a Tailadhara. Our bhakti towards Lord Rudra, like Ravana, should be a continuous flow. Therefore, he says, and who is this Shiva? Kishora Chandrasekhara. Remember, he is not at all inactive Chandrasekhara, but he is like a Kishora. So that Kishora Shabda tells you activity, enormous activity, constant activity, unbreakable activity. And therefore, and moreover, he, because there is a fire in him, he has brought into the moon, crescent moon, so Kishora saying Chandra is a crescent moon. He doesn't have a full moon on his head, crest, but he has got a mark of it. So coolness also should come slowly, but not suddenly. All have experience. Supposing suddenly you put cold water on the body, you will not tolerate, you just shake. But if you slowly introduce the coolness into your body, you get adjusted to that. If you go into a cool water of river water, slowly into the Ganga or river, then you don't find jerks. But if you suddenly dip into into water, you will get the jerk. But here, in order to not to give jerks of the fire that he has got in the Lalata Bhaga, he is trying to have the decoration of the Kishora Shekhara, Chandra. So Kishora Chandra, Amruta. So see, Kishora Chandra is Amruta, because Chandra's Kiranas are called as Amruta Kiranas. Surya's Kiranas or rays are called as Gharma, very hot. This is cool. So everybody loves to be enjoying the moonlight more than sunlight or sunshine. Therefore, so you must have that Chandrasekhara who has got that Kishora Chandra as a part of decoration to his crest. Though he is having the burning, he is having the fire very much on the Lalata Pattaka, and although he has got Nirjara upon the Vilola in the Murdhini, in spite of all that, in order to cow down himself cool, he has got that Amrita Kirana Chandra on his crest. I am giving a different interpretation here. Therefore, people are very much fond of repeating this stotra, not for the sake of the rhyme and rhythm or the mrudanganada consonants, not for any musical instrument, but it is only to activate the bhakti portion in our body. This is, and the bhakti is also not sudden, but it must be a gradual one. That's why they say pratikshanam mama ratihi. So when he says pratikshanam, it's a gradual development. Slowly. Eye doctor will give the spectacles to us. We never used it. So you can't, the doctor will say, use it, remove it, use it, remove it, then continuously remove it. So that's how you have to introduce to the eye that particular new glasses or lenses. That's why here also Chandrasekhara, Lord Rudra, is trying to introduce that kind of Shanti in us, although he has got Nirjara over his head, over his crest, and fire in his crest, I mean, it's the Lalata and all that, but we are not scared of his personal possessions. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದ್ರು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ದಯಾ ಬೇಕು, ಕರುಣ ಬೇಕು. That's exactly everybody works. You may be staying in a big bungalow of 70, 80 or 80, 90 building. but you must have a calling bell at the compound wall so that we can reach you by calling you. Nowadays, phone is there. But earlier, there are some houses, people who are big people who will be keeping the calling bell at the gate. When you go to the gate, there may be dogs inside. That's how here also Shiva is having that kind of Chandrasekhara, that is, I'm available for you all people. Even in Vishnu Sahasranama, the third name of Vishnu is Vashatkara. Vishwam Vishnuhu Vashatkaraha. So that Vashatkara tells you that he is very much accessible for everybody, anybody, anywhere, anyhow. That's why he's called Namaskara Yogyaha Vishnuhu. Like that. That second sloka I will give you. I don't want to have a breakage in my bhakti towards you, but it should be Pratikshanam Ratihi. And in the third sloka, you explain, I'm trying to give the interpretational technique also to understand a tough sloka of this kind of stotra, where you come to that Bandhu Bandhura. So who is the Bandhu of Lord Rudra? The closest relation of Rudra is Parvati. Who is Parvati? Dharadharendra Nandini. See, Dhara, Dharendra. So that is the Himalaya mountain. His daughter is with Lord, is a relative, is the closest relative or Bharya, Patni to Lord Rudra. So when such a noble lady happens to be the closest relative to a man, what more man likes? All men are happy when they get lovable wives. He is useless. Sometimes will not be that love of that of a woman to her husband, because woman is a mother, basically, because she woos man. Therefore, she is called woman. Woo is love. So the man she chose, she is highly devoted till the end of her prana. That's why wife ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಳುಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಜನರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸಪ್ತಶತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀನು ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡು, ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಭಾರ್ಯಾಂ ಮನೋರಮಾಂ ದೇ ಪತ್ನೀಂ ಮನೋರಮಾಂ ದೇಹಿ ಶೀಲವೃತ್ತಾನುಸಾರಿಣೀಂ ರೂಪಂ ದೇಹಿ ಜಯಂ ದೇಹಿ ಜಯಂ ದೇಹಿ ಯಶೋ ದೇಹಿ ಜಯಂ ಜಯಂ ಯಶೋ ದೇಹಿ. So Bharyam Manoramam Dehi anta, that is the compliment given for a woman par excellence by all our people in the world. Therefore, illi Bandhu Bandhura, and again Modamana Manase. So his mind is when Parvati is with him, and when all Digantaras are there very happy and all that, then he is having his mind moda. Moda is a high happiness. And pramoda is the highest happiness. Santosha is the primary happiness. So Santosha, Moda, Pramoda. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which I have not explained till, but we only read last class, where there are 3 stages of happiness marked by Upanishatkara, Yajnavalkya, saying that Moda, Pramoda, Santosha, Moda, Pramoda. So Pramoda Mana Manase, when you see that, the Pramoda is almost equal to Moda, Ananda, Paramananda, and Paramananda is the moksha, mukti. So because we have got 5 sheets, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Atma. The Atma anodu Anandamaya. When it reaches to the level of Ananda, that Anandamaya Atma is only Paramatma. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಶಿವನಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ವಿಪರೀತ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಪ್ರಮೋದಮಾನ ಮಾನಸೇ. Actually, mind is one which is very, very unstable, as everybody knows. That's why dhyana, meditation andre ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. First of all, you try to focus on a picture for 11 seconds. At least 11 seconds, if you keep the image in your mind, it is really high, great. That's why pramodamana manase. And again, ಏನಗತ್ತೆ, krupa is durdharapadi, niruddha durdharapadi. So when you want to stop very, very difficult calamities or difficulties which you cannot at all attend to, ಅಂತ ದುಃಖಗಳು, ಪರಮ ದುಃಖಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಪರಮ ದುಃಖ? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪುನರ್ಜನ್ಮ, ವ್ಯಾಧಿ ಅಂಡ್ ರೋಗ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಮಹಾ ದುಃಖಗಳು. ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್, ಟ್ಯೂಬರ್ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಸ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಜ್ವರಗಳು. ಆ ವಿಷಜ್ವರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಆಪದಾಸ್. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಎಂಥ ಆಪದ ಅಂದರೆ, ದುರ್ಧರ ಆಪದಗಳು. ದುರ್ಧರ ಅಂದರೆ ಈವನ್ ವಿತ್ ಗ್ರೀಫ್ ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಟಾಲರೇಟ್. ದುಃಖ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇದೆ. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಬಾರ್ಡರ್. ಮಾನ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಕೂಡ ದುಃಖಕ್ಕೂ ಇದೆ, ಸುಖಕ್ಕೂ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಮಸಾಲೆ ದೋಸೆ ತಿಂದರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾಲ್ಗೈದು ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ದುಃಖಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತಿದ್ರೆ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದುಃಖ, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸುಖ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ವಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ದುರ್ಧರಾಪದಿ ನಿರುದ್ಧ. ಶಿವ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು build up a wall, a stop for the dukkha. ಸೊ ದುಃಖ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆದರೆ ಸುಖ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಭಯ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರಿಪ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಫಿಯರ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕೃಪಾ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ. ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ ಅಂದರೆ ಲುಕ್ಸ್. ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಇರೋದು ಎರಡೇ, ಕೈ ತುಂಬ ಆಯುಧಗಳು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಯು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್ ಪಾದಾಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರೀ. ತವ ಹಿ ಶರಣಾವೇವ ಶರಣೌ. ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ that what is easier for all people to make Amma listen to our prayers. He said, if you just hold the feet of Devi or Deva, then your problems are solved. Therefore, Tavahi Charanaveva Sharanam. Look at it. Cha and Sha. Sha is Shanti. Cha is movement. ಸೊ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಚರ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಚರತ್ವವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಕೃಪಾ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ ಬೇಕು. ಕೃಪಾ ಈಸ್ ದಯ. ಆ ದಯ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿರುದ್ಧ ದುರ್ಧರಾಪದೀಕೃತ. ಸೊ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಶಿವನು ಇದೆ. ಭಕ್ತಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೇನಂದರೆ ಶಿವನ ಕೃಪೆ ಬೇಕು, ಶಿವನ ಸಂತೋಷ ಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೃಪಾ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ ಧೋರಣಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿರುದ್ಧ. ಧೋರಣಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರವಾಹ. ಆ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕೃಪಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೃಪಾ ಸಾಗರ ಮಧ್ಯಗ ಯೈ ಸಮೋ ನಮಃ. ಸೊ ಲಲಿತಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕೃಪಾ ಸಾಗರ. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಆ ಸಾಗರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅನುಭವಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳು. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಓಷನ್. ಮಾಯಶ್ಚರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಮಾಯಶ್ಚರ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಕೃಪಾ ಸಾಗರ, ಶಾಂತಿ ಸಾಗರ, ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಸರು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶಾಂತಿ ಸಾಗರ, ಕೃಪಾ ಸಾಗರ, ದಯಾ ಸಾಗರ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ That Sagaratvam or Dhorani or Pravaha is important. And Avaga Anta Paramatma, Vastuni Manaha Vinodam Etu. The word, you must mark the verb Etu. Etu andre barbeku namge, nammallilla. We don't have it in us, but it should come from somewhere. ಆ ಕೃಪೆ ದೇವರ ಕೃಪೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ದೇವರಿಂದ ಬರಬೇಕು. So that is exactly what etu. In Chamakam also we say emaschama itischame gatischame yagnena kalpantam. Howda Shivalingaya? So ಈ ಏಮ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷ ಕೃಪೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಇತಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಗತಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ. ಹಂಗೆ ಶಿವತಾಂಡವ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ is also an essence of Vedic wisdom, Vedic philosophy, Vedic knowledge and Vedic rituals. So ವೇದಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ವೇದಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಆದರೆ ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ರಾವಣಾಸುರ, ರಾವಣಾಸುರ is a Ravana Brahma and Ravana is a Brahmana. Therefore, when a building was constructed in Sailasa, Ravana was the Purohita. He made Gruha Pravesam in the Kailasam. But ultimately, notice Ravana Bhakti, Ella Puja, Ella Admele, Ella Admele, Dakshina Kolbekait. So when Dakshina time came, Ravanasura asked, "E building a Darshana Kotbidi anta." Look at it. So Shiva is such a great person that building bekanappa, ee gruha beka togondovu. That's how Ravana took away the gruha from Kailasa. As a result, there is no building at all in Kailasa. There is no Mount Kailas. There is no construction howsoever. That's why here Durdharapadi Digambare Mano Vinodametu Vastuni. Anta Vastu Mele. After all, what is that Vastu? Apada Krupa anadu Vastu. So, a Krupa Yemba Vastu, Namma Mele Prasarana Agi, Namma Manasalli Santoshavannu Tugisbeku. If you leave the mind by yourself, it is highly fickle. So we cannot make our mind steady. Yavaglu mind up and down. The mood management and the big workshop in Columbia, Missouri University, there was a big mood management workshop done. They had prepared one souvenir also, and that book is very interesting. So that I could see, but I did not attend, but my son gave me that book on mood management. So I understood the mind and mood. These are the two problems. Those people who have got mind. Therefore, so we know that in fourth sloka, you observe whatever bhakti, whatever karuna of God that enters into our head must become stable. Anapagaminim Lakshmim anta keltare. Jata Vedo Anapagaminim Lakshmim Ihavaha anta Rigvedalli Sri Suktalli ಆ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಯ್ಯ ಜಾತಕ ವೇದಾಗ್ನಿ ನಮ್ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗದೆ ಇರೋ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಯನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಾ. Please bring Lakshmi, will not leave my house. When once she steps into my house, and once you get a car into her place, that car must serve you for a long time. Like that, Anapagamini Lakshmi. Illi nodidra, see, Phanamani Prabha and Vadhu Mukhe, and I'm only talking to you the last lines. Uttari see, Toguttari Amedure, Bhuta Bhartari, Manaha Vibartu. This is a beautiful concept and idea conveyed in the fourth sloka by Ravana. What is that? Bhuta Bhartari, Adbhutam Manaha, Vinodam Bibhartu. See, ಈ ಭೂತ ಭರ್ತರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭೂತನಾಥ, ಭೂತೇಶ್ವರ, ಭೂತಲಿಂಗ, ವಿಭೂತಿ ಭೂಷಿತ. That's why in Shiva Sahasranama, in Astottara and Sahasranama, you have got a compliment. Enanta Bhasmodhulita Vigrahaya Namaha. Bhasmodhulita Vigraha. The entire personality of Lord Rudra is smeared with Bhasma. Imagine people who are called Bhairavas, Kapalikas, and these Shiva Bhaktas, they smear entire body. They will have a Bhasma Snanam. And they are so devoted to Lord Rudra. So Gopichand will mark, when I visited first time in 70s, the Ujjaini, Mahakala Kshetra, Mahakala temple, it was not as much as this luxurious now, but at that time it was quite raw. And there was a lot of open area and sandy area because it is on the banks of the Sipra river. Sipravata, Kalidasa has got so much love to Sipra river, and also the Ujjaini mansions, and also Kala, and that Kailasanatha, that Kala, Mahakala temple. So Kalidasa belonged to that place. Therefore, he has so much fascination to talk about them. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಭೂತ ಭರ್ತರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಭೂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಜನ್ಮ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಆ ಒಡೆಯ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವ ರುದ್ರ. ಅದರಿಂದಲೇ ನಾವು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಸದಸ್ಯಂತು ಶಿವಾಜ್ಞಯ. ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಮಿಯನ್ನ, ಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನ, ವಸುವನ್ನ, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಿವನ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಬೇಕು. You may do it, but unless there is a counter signature by the boss of the office, the letter won't go out of the office. Tapal hogala. So, through proper channel. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂತ ಭರ್ತರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಎಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ಭುತಂ ಮನಃ. ಎರಡು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ, ಅಸ್ಟಾನಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೃಶ್ಯಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ವೈಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೃಶ್ಯವು ದ್ರವ ಪದಾರ್ಥ ಅಂತ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಮಶಾಣ, ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್, ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಎ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್, your mind is different. If you look at a girl, your mind is different. If you look at an old man, it is different. So that's why manaha adbhutam. So the mind is simply astonishing, but you cannot live with that kind of mind. But what to do? Enagbeku andre vinodam bibartu. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಿ ಸಂತೋಷ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆನಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು. Otherwise called delight. So in Pune, we had a beautiful restaurant called Delight Restaurant. Delight Restaurant, everything was very nice. When we were students in Pune, we used to go for our lunch to Delight Restaurant in Deccan Gymkhana, I remember. But these days, we don't have such kind of names to the restaurants, I think so. So Delight. So Delight, manaha vinodamitu vastuni. Secondly, so in these 3-4 slokas, we notice the gradual demand that we are making to Lord Rudra, who is a possessor of all fearful things on his body. Serpent is fearful. Agni is fearful. His Ganga water in plenty on the crest also is fearful. And again, but in spite of it, when he is with Shiva, with Parvati, Nataraja with Parvati, he becomes a normal householder. Something like what we say, Keshavaya Swaha, Narayanaya Swaha, Madhavaya Swaha. So Narayana also is made a family man. A family man knows pros and cons of everything. A brahmachari does not know. He is a satamarkata. 100-fold monkey he is. And Gruhastha, I mean, Vanaprastha, retired, nothing. So the best thing is Gruhastha. Therefore, here also you have got that now Shiva becomes a Gruhastha because of the Dharadharendra Nandini Bandhu, that Parvati becoming a Nanda. So I'm trying, and ultimately what we want from is Krupa Kataksha. We want Krupa Kataksha from him, which will make wonders. What is the wonder? Nama Adbhuta Manassu will be made calm down and all that, and so on. So the Jata description does not stop until 4 slokas by the poet. That you must mark. The Jata is the important thing. So Jata Bhujanga Pingala. So idella ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಥರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತದೆ. So I try to cover the 4 slokas in the stipulated period of time. And next class also, I'll start from the giving you the import, significance, and the content hidden also inside the other slokas from 5th. So and I should thank Mr. Dr. Gopichan, who has set the ball of Shiva Tandava Stotram keep rolling. Because it is not just 4 minutes recitation or so, but so much of Vedic philosophy, so much Puranic wisdom, and so much the other information are being couched in this 16 slokas of 15 slokas or so that's why people take to Shiva Tandava Stotram for number of values, for number of purposes. But our purpose, as we started this kind of YouTube recording, and it should be really awakening that don't take Shiva Tandava Stotram just very difficult to read or anything like that, but we have got to see that we have got some kind of productivity of peace of mind and further happiness in the journey of our life. So I think we can stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Yadavedraya Gnanamudraya Yogine Nataya Rukmineshaya Namo Vedanta Vedine Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanoramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnan Vande Jagadgurum Om Shanti 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 Apadamauli Paryantam Guru Nama Krutim Smaret Tena Vignaha Pranashanti Siddhyanti Cha Manoratha Yadaksharam Padabhratam Matra Yinantu Yadbhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyatam Deva Narayana Namastute Visargabinda Matrani Padapadaksharaani Cha Nyunani Chatiriktaani Kshamasva Purushottama Abhirgirbhirpyadatona Onamapyaya Hariho Vaddhamana Yadha Stotrabhyamai Gotra Rujasi Ho Istabhajo Adhatyeshama Brahma Pravadi Smatannamahasit Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavijankara Tejasvinavadhitamastama vidvishavahe Om Shanti 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सतम् सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु श्री वासुदेवार्पणमस्तु श्री वेद पुरुषाशीर्वादोस्तु ओम तत्सतम्।